I'd like to introduce the guy, and I think everybody on our committee would agree, this guy is he's the heart and soul of our Tea Party. And like I said, he's been doing this for 20 years. He's been outspoken and fighting for the things he believes in, made a lot of friends and made a lot of enemies. But that's what I call bravery. Anyway, I'm proud to introduce Mr. Rick Roos.
I didn't know I was up next. I do thank you for being here. I've done the Bang the Baron speech a couple times now. We did the April 10th, or April 17th. We did July 10th. He really is the poster child for what we're all against. But I also want to tell you something else, that we're pushing the Republican Party to be all that they say they're going to be. Right now the target's Barron. I really do like our ads. I think they are so cool, and I hope you guys do too. That was their effect. But I want to talk. I want to bring Brad the Beautiful into this discussion too. Brad the Beautiful is Brad Ellsworth, and he's running against Dan Coates. Dan Coates was at our July 10th Tea Party. And we invited Brad Ellsworth, but he didn't show up, and he's just euphemistically called Brad the Beautiful. But the more notable of the Barron's and Brad the Beautiful's accomplishments since 2008, when they got elected with the Obama regime, was they voted for the 2010 Obama budget, which cost $3.6 trillion, as well as increasing the debt ceiling over $14 trillion with a T. Billion used to mean something, million used to be something, but now it's trillion. And we've kind of passed that. But I want to sit there and say, what say ye, patriots? In November, does the Barron and Brad the Beautiful stay in Congress, or do they gotta go? No! The Barron and Brad the Beautiful voted for the 2009 Obama regime porculus bill, which costs $862 billion, but they GAO upped it to $1.3 trillion, further making us his personal ATM. What say ye, patriots? This bottom-up poverty, which the Barron and Brad the Beautiful has consistently voted for, has metastasized to our immediate area, unfortunately. I want to tell you all that the Sons and Daughters of Liberty here in this area, we're going to broaden our scope. We've been together since about March, I think. But we're going to broaden our sphere of influence to the county and city as well. Yeah. Unfortunately, County Commissioners Pietrokowski and Cash have adopted the "if we don't spend it, somebody else will" type of governance. They actually said that in those exact words in relation to repaving Deputy Pike. And I know some people are out of town, but Deputy Pike is up on the northern end of the county, and it was a perfectly good road. I do home health and hospice visits. But they repaved Deputy Pike, which didn't need to be repaved, with stimulus money. They blamed it on the governor. And I'll ask the treasurer if the governor was to blame for us taking federal monies to pave something that didn't need to be repaved. You don't have to ask them. But they said, Rick, if we don't spend it, somebody else will.
So let them have blood on their hands.
Now, we have the same rationale for city government. We have a sidewalk to nowhere, which is on Michigan Road, which has bollocksed up the traffic there for a couple months. It's 0.8 miles of sidewalk.
Exactly.
Shovel ready. How much did that cost? I already know, I have it written down here. $2.5 million. Well, we haven't gone to that part of the equation yet as far as their elections, except for meeting one county commissioner. We won't say who to vote for, but we'll say Congressman or Councilman Pete Turkowski's up for re-election this year. What say ye, patriots? Thanks to the Baron and Brad the Beautiful and the Obama regime, this stupid and immoral scenario is repeating itself across the country, unfortunately. Spending money we don't have for things we don't need.
That's right.
Well, at least until now. When my boys were little fellas, and I want my oldest son, because he's the only one here, to stand up because he won a tennis match. He's going to go on in section. He won his section. I can do that. Thank you, son. When my boys were little fellas, about 4 and 5 years old, they had the same belief. If we don't spend it, somebody else will. Well, at least when it came to our money. Well, they outgrew that notion by the time they were 5 or 6, as we said no to them. This isn't money we have. We can't use it for this. And they bought into it. But Barron and Brad the Beautiful and the Obama regime, what say ye, patriots?
No! Throw the bums out.
The Baron and Brad the Beautiful voted for cap and trade, also known as cap and tax, which would create a multi-billion-dollar artificial market for carbon, regulated and managed by the same United States government, which Treasurer Murdoch was referring to. This is paid for by taxing every American who uses energy. The prospect of up to $2 trillion being collected by the federal government under this massive new tax proposal and ready for redistribution. The Obama, the regime, just can't wait. What say ye, patriots?
No!
Louder!
No!
I like it. The Baron and Brad the Beautiful voted for the plainly socialist 2010 Obamacare bill, which costs $2.1 trillion and gives the Obama regime effective control of 1/6 of our economy and creates a brand new entitlement. What say ye, patriots?
No!
Repeal it.
That's right. What the hell? That's it.
I want Medicare D. Medicare D should go to?
Yes.
Let's do our own fine stuff.
The Baron has not had a single town hall meeting in Madison since 2003, where he stated he was for the troops, but against the mission.